You're working within an established organization. It could be a work organization, an official community organization, or any other established organization. You see a change that needs to occur. Here's a 5-step model to follow to increase the chances of success and make that social change happen within an established organization. Step 1, shut up and listen. Resist the urge to immediately speak out. That will kill your initiative right there. Especially among young people, there's a feeling that recognition and awareness in an organization comes from being visible. Wrong. We'll come to that later. What you want to do first is to analyze the leadership in the organization. Because change doesn't just happen by raising an idea and taking a vote. It happens because the leadership wants it to happen. So listen in meetings. Watch the leader in meetings. Then watch the body language of others in response to the leader and listen to them as well. Figure out who is influential in the organization, who reports to the leader, who may disagree with the leader, and who is not a player. Disregard everyone who is a follower and not a player. Focus on the leader, those who support the leader, and those who may disagree with the leader. If you can identify one or more of the leader's right-hand men, those are key people. Here's a clue. In a meeting, she or he may sit to the right hand of the leader. Here's a fun exercise. Look up the given origins of the term right-hand man. To repeat, step 1, shut up. Listen and analyze the leadership in the organization. You need and want the support of the leadership in the organization. They're key. Step 2, cite information and data. This idea you have, it's not your idea. It's never your idea. Why? Because the idea will die. No one ever believes people around them. We just don't. We believe other people, experts, authors, speakers, other organizations, customers. So you gather, build, and then start to regularly and consistently feed outside information and data to someone in the leadership you feel may be most receptive to the idea. If the leader says she or he is open to the idea or even supportive of it, then it's the leader's idea. You want it to be the leader's idea. If the idea is or can be a solution to an issue or concern of the organization, all the better. Leaders hate problems. Anybody can and does raise problems. They love solutions. And if you can figure out how to position or phrase your idea in a way that reflects the leadership's interests, even better. Step three, see how easy change is? No, not really. These steps can take months or even years. Step three is gaining support from others. Others could be others in the organization, but it might be the organization's customers who your organization serves. It might even be others outside of your organization who influence your leadership. Generally, within an established organization, you gather support quietly, one on one, and almost always within the established and accepted procedures of that organization for getting things done. If you can gain support from those people who the leader listens to, good for you. Step four, ask. You're saying, finally, I get to suggest the change. The first rule of asking is never ask for something if the answer is going to be no. In most situations, you're not asking for the change. The job of most boards is to say no. Many leaders believe it is their job to say no. It's easier, faster, no cost, and safer to say no than to say yes. So you might initially ask if the leader or organization would be open to studying the issue. That's a good first step. After that, another common approach is to ask for a test, a pilot project, or a task force. Let's go back to step 4 again because I want to be clear. Lots of change happens after people say no over and over again. So when you decide to start the ask and you do get a no, you keep asking. Now, you don't want to be insistent, you don't want to be a nuisance, you time it, you phrase it, you change it, but you do never give up in asking for that change. And then step 5, volunteer when called upon. The idea needs a supporter leading it to be endorsed and put into action. The ideal supporter is the leader. The next best supporter is another influential person who has the trust of the leader. The other option is you. At this point, you have to decide whether the change is about you or about the good of the organization. Because if it is about the good of the organization, then you are secondary and you put change ahead of yourself. The credit for the change, the implementation of the change, whatever. However, if you are called upon to lead the change, then you accept. It is always better for the change, and actually for you, if they ask you to lead it, rather than you pushing to lead it. When you get that study, task force, that pilot project, the test, it may be not called that, but it is that foot in the door, then you carry it through within organizational procedures to get leadership support. Organizations and communities need change in order to be relevant. You can do it. Thanks for listening.